you can really tell that the summer has arrived. And in fact, next weekend, I believe this is, a renowned circus theatre company are bringing their tour here to Suffolk. Ockham's Razor incorporates parkour, acrobatics, breakdancing, folk and contemporary styles to explore the ownership of public space. They're going to be at the new Wolsey in Ipswich next weekend, so I thought we'd find out more. Charlotte Mooney is the artistic director and joins me now. Hi, Charlotte.
Oh, hi.
Hi. So first of all, tell us a bit about the company.
So we're called Ockham's Razor. We're a circus theatre company, and we've been around for quite a while. And this latest show we have coming to Ipswich is called Public. And as you said, it's a combination, it's like a big ensemble cast, and it's a combination of acrobats, dancers, contemporary dancers, and parkour specialists. And the show's happening, it's outside, so it's happening on 2 sites in the city. It's happening by the Cornhill, and then also in the Bowl area outside the new Wolsey Theatre. And it's a 30-minute kind of explosion of parkour and acrobatics and dance that happens twice a day at 1 and 3.
That sounds incredible. What, for people that haven't heard of parkour before, how do you describe it?
So parkour is otherwise known as free running. So it's the thing where people, they basically use the architecture of like what's around to move on. So either lampposts or jumping off roofs or walls or railings, and really using it in the most kind of stunning and inventive ways possible. And the piece was made in response to, essentially quite a lot of, sadly, urban space across the country our public space tends to be owned by private corporations who sort of run the transport hubs or malls or shopping areas and police it in a certain way, like had the kind of private surveillance I'm sure you've seen everywhere, no skateboarding, no board games, no loud music. And while that's obviously put in to keep, places feeling safe and comfortable for everyone, a sort of down part of that is it's meant that young people are often kind of planned out of our town centres and behaviours that are really just like them hanging out with their mates or taking pleasure or joy in the environment is frowned upon. So the show is really to get this group of young people moving around the space and looking at it in a different way and looking at it as a place of exploration and excitement and pleasure, really. And it's got a beautiful score, and at the end of it, it turns into a mass dance that the audience are invited to join in. Wow.
Well, that sounds incredible. So who is this aimed at? Who do you think this would appeal to?
It is for everyone. I mean, It really, really is. It's quite interesting because obviously we adapt the piece to every place that we go, and we make it very particular to that site because we're using, whatever particular features there are there, like staircases or railings or balconies, whatever we find in the place. So what happens is we arrive there the day before and spend a day making the show anew and kind of figuring it out to that place. And what we found is every time we do that, passers-by will get really intrigued and young people want to join us in, from very, very little ones, or even to grown-ups as well. Like today we've just been setting up the show at another festival, and we've just found that so many people have just come up and been like, oh, this is really amazing, I'd love to get involved, what's this all about? So really it does appeal to anyone. And it's about just seeing your home in your town centre in a different way, as in seeing it in a new light.
It sounds incredible. You're the artistic director. Do you perform in it as well, or?
I don't in this one. I did. So the company, the 2 artistic directors are my partner and I, Alex. And we used to perform in all our shows, but this one we are just directing and we're on the outside because we're in our 40s now. And the company are all graduate performers, which was something we wanted to do because we knew that post-pandemic, particularly, things have been really, really hard for recent graduates, especially to get starting careers in the arts and in theatre and in dance and circus. So the performers are all people who are recent graduates. For quite a few of them, this is their first professional contract. They're pretty incredible, of course. So they're very, very good. They're incredibly high skilled, and it's been a real pleasure to see that. There is an element in the show. Often we have a mass dance at the end, as I said, and we've worked with local youths in every area to like teach them this dance so that they kick it off and encourage the public to join in. So funnily enough, our daughter has been in the show because she's 7 and she definitely joins in that mass dance at the end. But me and my husband, no.
it just sounds amazing because things like parkour, acrobatics, breakdancing, they are all things that make you stop and just go, wow, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. And also they're things that are so, they're incredibly skillful. And the show is also looking at, as well as the kind of thrill factor and the excitement of that and the bonds and kind of seeing young people breakdancing taking up space as being a positive thing rather than a threatening thing. So we really want to kind of shift the perception of when you see a group of young people putting music on and mucking around together to sort of shift that as something positive. But the other part of the show as well, which I think comes through in that movement, but also with the more dance and contemporary dance, as well as who's able to be vulnerable and belong. And some of the dance sections are actually slightly more vulnerable and softer and open, and it provokes the question of how vulnerable can you be in public space? Like how much can you let your guard down, and how much these are communal spaces to build community and to make bonds with people and reach out to people and to be accepting of each other's differences.
Well, I think it sounds absolutely brilliant, and it comes to Ipswich, to the new Wolsey, next Saturday and Sunday. Is it next Saturday? Yeah, this month is rattling by, isn't it? The 30th and the 31st of July. Charlotte, thank you so much, and we will look forward to you being with us here in the county. Thanks for joining us. How can people get tickets?
Oh, it's free. Yeah, just turn up.
Just
1 o'clock
turn
and 3
up.
o'clock.
There you go. Perfect. It just gets better. But thank you so much. If you want to find out more about the company, ockhamsrazor.co.uk. I've had a look on their website, and actually it's brilliant just to see the wonderful things that they do. So let me just spell that out for you. ockhamsrazor.co.uk. What a spectacle that will be. So that's going to be Ipswich next Saturday and Sunday.